Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the channel. I didn't want to do this right now, but I'm gonna have to do it sooner than I wanted to. Drawing something while the truck's off. I know a few of the light bars are probably drawing something, but I just charged the battery 2-3 days ago, and I just had to jump it again. So hopefully there's no damage to the batteries. That would not be good. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be using this Parasitic drain tester right here. And so you'd hook it to like a multimeter, and this thing is supposed to detect a draw on your battery. You know, you want to wait till your computer on your truck is completely turned off, and then basically this should show you how much is being drawn while the truck's off. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull off some of the positive leads, you know, on the battery from like the light bars and rock lights and all that. And see how much that stuff's drawing. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna show you right now. So I think I showed you this already, guys, but I think it's a must-have for basically any vehicle, especially trucks. I wouldn't say cheap, but it was on Amazon for 150 bucks. And so what it is, I don't remember if I showed you guys or not, but this Starbucks gift card. Pretty sure it's my fiance's. So, all right, guys. So what we're gonna be doing, and it should be pretty easy install. I think the hardest part is gonna be finding the drain, getting the old wires off, fixing some ring terminals, that kind of stuff, and then I'll be wiring this stuff up. I'm gonna get rid of some of the stuff I don't use. I don't know that I'm gonna keep the rock lights on the truck. I just don't use them. Yeah, they're cool and all, but I think I might take them off my truck and maybe put them on the new boat, whatever, you know, I don't know. We'll see. At my parents' house. Now I gotta find a multimeter. I think my dad just actually bought a new one. I think, yep, that's it. These are good ones too. This one's old though. This is what you want right here. Didn't use a Parasitic drain test. I actually use a regular multimeter without that inline fuse. And I found a wire underneath the truck up front, maybe from a previous light long time ago. You could tell it was old, and they're both actually still connected to the battery, but they're loose wires, which is weird. I feel like maybe someone took something out of it. I don't know what it is, but they were melted together, and I think that was grounding the truck. You know, they're shorting each other out. They did not have an inline fuse, so it was just constant. So I was probably drawing a lot. And we just did the test, and it was showing overload at first, and then we found that, and now it's showing normal. So here's one of the wires I found underneath the truck. It was like wrapped up somewhere. I don't know what it's from. It definitely wasn't me. What we found out is these were like fused, if it'll focus, these were fused together. So, and they were connected completely. That was grounded, and that was to the battery, and these things were fused together. As you see, no inline fuse to stop that from doing anything. And so the result is, when I test a Parasitic draw on the battery, it was showing an overload. It was showing like 20 amps, which is crazy. You know, you should never have that many amps either way. So that's why my battery is dying so fast. I didn't realize this was going on, which is kind of stupid on my part. I should have known. But yeah, it makes sense. You know, you got your positive, your negative that's grounded to the truck, and then you got those two linked together at the end. So that's what was draining the battery so bad. Now what I'm going to be doing, like I said, on this switch, I'm going to go ahead and go over this before I do it. I still got to do a lot more rearranging. I'm going to be pulling a lot of the stuff off the ground on that. So basically I'm going to have nothing on the battery. The only thing that's going to be on the battery, I think, okay, so I may run one thing off the battery, and I think it's just going to be, where is it? Because I will have room, I'm going to run this off the battery right here. This is going to go directly to the battery on top on that terminal. Like I was already telling you guys, this is the trigger wire. So this is going to go under the fuse block. I'm going to do one of those add circuits. So whenever the truck's key is on, it will fire up this fuse block, and I will get full power to all my accessories. This is going to go grounded to the engine. This should be a fairly easy install. It's pretty straightforward. I kind of already went over it. I'm probably going to mainly just show you the finished product and kind of go over what I did. I'm going to go ahead and get started here and start kind of seeing what wires go where and seeing how I can kind of clean them up. The fuel pump is not going to go into this because I don't want to have to flip a switch on. I want it to stay on its own harness, which is good. What else? The amp research steps, those are also going to be on its own thing. They need to have power at all times. They don't have a trigger wire because, you know, when you open the door, your truck ignition generally is not on. So they need to have power at all times. There's always going to be a little draw on that. I'm going to check it when all my accessories are off. So I'm going to check what kind of milliamp draw I'm getting with just the amp research steps and just the Fass pump connected, even though the Fass pump will not be on. So you want to wait until your computer's kind of shut down, because that'll be your real parasitic draw, because your computer's going to draw quite a bit, but completely shuts down, you should be good. Get started here in a second. As you can see, it's dark out. I'm bringing this bad boy to Michigan. I'm leaving here in a little bit. Going to Michigan. This is my mom's Yukon. We're going to be taking, she's going to be driving this. I'll be driving my truck. I'm also going to be bringing my wheels and tires up there with me. The older set. If I do not sell them within the next 2 weeks, I am keeping them. So if you want the wheels and tires, let me know. 2,200 bucks gets them. That's really cheap for them. I paid just under 600 a wheel and around 550-ish a tire. So yeah, they're not brand new, but there's nothing wrong with them. So it's a good deal, but it's a limited market being how big they are. So yeah, guys, I want to go get started. I'll let you guys know what I did, and you guys won't be able to see much right now. I'll try to get some footage of me rewiring and doing all that. I'm going to be pulling a lot of the wires that were in the firewall back out, and you know, hopefully I'm going to try to clean up the whole truck. Here's the directions to the box. You're going to ground it to the truck. That's going to go to the battery. The other wire is going to go to the ignition, like I said, and then right there is the out, which is right here, and then you got your other switch wherever it is. There, right there, the plug goes right to the switch. Okay, we're gonna do a little snag, I guess. Not really a snag, but I noticed some loose wires again in here. I ran them back into the truck, and it was from my previous security system on the truck. I'll show you. And it was not wired very nice, so got the whole truck torn apart. Didn't plan on doing this, but I'm doing it. This is goes to the instrument cluster. I have that out, obviously. This is the wiring they did. So it's all spliced into my steering wheel stuff. So right now I am, I guess, unsplicing it, just kind of snipping it out of the way, and shouldn't be a problem now. But yeah, it's done pretty ugly. So I'm just trying to get basically these wires right here unspliced from the steering wheel, and I can pull this big harness out. Alright guys, so I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. Just I don't want to get too loud around here. I'm gonna go ahead and close this hood, shut the truck down, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Alright guys, so it is the next night, I guess. I was gonna do it in the morning, I didn't have time. What I'm gonna be doing right now is, I'll show you real quick. So this is the plug for the actual switch right here. This plug is gonna go through the firewall into the cab, obviously. Well, it's gonna go from the inside of the cab out into the engine bay, and this is gonna plug into the fuse box there. So I gotta make a little bit bigger hole in the firewall to clear this. Should be pretty easy though. Alright guys, it is also the next morning again. I did not finish yesterday. It just turns out, you know, the more you dig into this stuff, the more you find things you probably should fix, and so that's what I'm kind of doing right now. So I haven't really even jumped into the main wiring of the fuse panel. It is in there mounted. I actually got it mounted to the little plastic fuse box cover under the hood, And let me show you a little bit more I did. Now it's just gonna be a lot of the pretty much easy stuff, I'm hoping. So this is gonna be cleaned up in here. Obviously, I re-shrink wrapped some of the connections that were awful in here. So you got your add a circuit, add a few, whatever you want to call them, right there. I got 2 of them in there. If you guys don't know what those are, just basically adds a fuse to the current fuse. That way you can run something else to it. So that's what I did. I'm running 2 of these are going to be whenever you turn the ignition on, it gets power. So for that fuse block, and I've already went over this, I know I'm gonna be repeating myself a lot in this because I want to make sure everyone learns this, because I know a lot of people are gonna want to do this to their vehicles. Okay, so this one's running right out of the ignition in there. I'm gonna run this to the firewall. It's gonna go connect to the new fuse box I'm putting in the truck, and basically when I turn the key on, this is gonna get power to that fuse panel, and then that way I'll have full power to my new switches I'm putting in. Now, you guys seen the install on this. This is for my rock lights on the inside of the truck that are in here mounted. So I'm gonna be running these out back into the cab again. I'm gonna do a little bit more drilling down there and open up make a little bit bigger hole down there so I can put the switch through, the new switch. The plug on it's a little wide for the current hole in there. That's what she said. Should be pretty easy today. It's super hot out, but should be easy, and I should be done within an hour or so. But here is the fuse block that I installed. I got, as you can see, self-tapped right here. It should hold pretty good. We will see. This fuse is gonna be coming off right here. This is gonna be running into right here. This is the rock lights from under the truck. So I'm gonna be running those into probably number 3. All right, guys, I'm about to show you a little bit. Not a fun job. It's almost done being wired. I got this running right there, running along there. I still got to tie all that stuff up. There's the box. I got it screwed in right there. I got the ground right there. All this is gonna be cleaned up and wrapped a little. I got it out of the way for now. I'm gonna be just zip tying more and probably doing this little plastic style over everything. That way it's all protected. But we're pretty much done. As you've seen, here's the main lead that goes to the fuse box. And here's the accessory wire that goes into the cab. And the ground, I have the ground up to there. So let me show you what I'm doing right now. Alright guys, so this is the switch. I'm gonna be putting it right up in here somewhere. I'll show you when it's done. This comes with a 3M. This is what this is. Right now I'm just gonna be cutting that down to the perfect size. I'm gonna be mounting it like this and to where it kind of bends up towards me a little bit. That way it's more of a flush. I'm probably gonna do a little bit more of a bend on it. Alright guys, it is pretty much done now. The switch is all mounted in the cab now. Duramax key tags are available. Link in the description. But here's what it looks like. This is the switch panel. I got 6 here like I showed you. When you turn the ignition on, they go green. When you want to use them, or when they're on, they will go yellow. I don't know why they pick green and yellow. It's fine. I wish it was like green and maybe red. I don't know. It don't matter. But there's number 1. There's number 2. Probably can't see because it's bright out, but you probably see there's the light bar and the fogs are on also. So those are on yellow, and I'm actually gonna label them all here soon. Number 3 is gonna be both rock lights. So I still gotta run these and hook them back up. I'm gonna do a different connection to the inside rock lights that I showed you guys that are under the dash there. And then I'm gonna do a few more little tiny things, just kind of tucking some wires, and this thing's done. Hey guys, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. And I'm gonna put the winner of the color, whoever gets the color right, I'm gonna put the winner in the comment section. So make sure you see that. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, and you want to learn more how to install stuff on Duramax's, Corvettes, that kind of stuff, do a little bit of off-roading with both of these, and a side-by-side is coming. I'm not going to announce it just yet. X3 Maverick or YXZ1000 or Razor. It's between those three, which are the three main ones, clearly. But it's not guaranteed just yet what I'm getting. So definitely stay tuned, hit the subscribe button. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.